going to understand today Leetcode question of the daily Leetcode contest, and this is 2176 count equal and divisible pairs in an array. So today we have given this question, and the question is saying a lot of thing in this video, but it's a really very easy question. But if you are not aware with this type of question, so let's continue and understand the concept behind this type of question. This can be your thought process to understand, right? So the question is saying that counting pairs with matching value and divisible product, right? So the question is saying we have to count the equal and divisible pairs in an array, and so we have to count the valid pairs in an array. And so let's continue. So hey everyone, in today's video we are going to solve a fun and tricky coding problem. So we need to count all pairs in an array where two elements are equal and their indices multiplies together are divisible by a given number k. So let's walk through the problem and statement. So the problem statement is saying that we have given a zero index integer array that is called nums of length n and an integer k. So these two things we have given. The first, the array of length n we have given, and an integer k we have given here, right? Means in the program you will see two things. The parameter first is the array, another is the integer k, and we have to return the number of pairs, and the indices should be like this. Means I should be greater than equal to 0 and should be less than j, but it should both should less than n. Means the length of n of the array, right? Index should be less than length. And so such that we have the equality of these two elements of nums at I and j, as well as it should be the index should be multiplied and it should be divisible by k, right? So as you can see, we have given the input, two inputs we have given as an argument, and so the output is coming 4, right? How? You can go through the explanation. It is saying there are 4 pairs that meets all the requirements, right? So these are the equal things and it is divisible by 2, and so that all these 4s are coming as a pairs, and these 4s are divisible by k, and so this count will be its number of pairs. Okay, so the first step what we should do, the understanding the question, right? And that we have understand the problem and what we have to do. So to do, we have to show the problem statement on the screen that I have shown you here, and we have to explain what we have to do. We have to do equality, right? And then we have to do divisibility of these two, and it should be divisible by k, right? That we will do. And then we have to also go through this condition. So we will make the loop in such a way it should not exceed like this, right? So we are given an array nums and number k. So we want to count all the indices pair of ij such that the value at those positions are equal, right? And the product of ij is divisible by k, right? So the brute force strategy should be that we have given in this example, right? So we should highlight all the valid pairs one by one. As you can see, these are the pairs we have, and these are divisible we have, and so we have put the count here, and then we'll add all the counts. We'll keep updating the counts, and we will return finally the count, so that we will have the numbers of pairs in I and j things, right? And so if you go through the other examples, so if you don't have the pairs in such a way, then there is no value in the array, and so it is not repeated, and so we'll provide returns as a 0, right? So you pause this video and go through the statement as well as the example, so you will understand this, right? So this is the way we have to find the value, right? So if you talk about this example, right, what is happening here? So for this array, right, for this array and the k, right, we need to look at every possible pair where I should be less than j, and we have to check those two conditions. And the brute force sounds slow, but the array size capped at 100, it's acceptable. As you can see here, it is the size of the array is less than equal to 100, means brute force is sounds good. It's slow, it sounds slow, but the array size is capped at 100, so we can say it is acceptable, right? And so we can go through writing the code. As you can see here, I'll show you here. Yes, so now you can see here, right? So we will go through the two for loop, right? I and j, and we have to write the condition that we were seeing, that we have to equate, we have to find the values at those positions should be equal at I and j, and the other condition was the product of I and j is divisible by k, right? And if that is the case, we will do count plus plus, means this pair of indices should be our pair, and then we will return the finally the count, right? So like this we will go through one by one, and then we will uh, return the count, right? So if you talk about the complexity, right? So since we are using two nested loop here, right, as you can see, two for loop we have here. So the time complexity should be O of n square, because if there is two loops inside, so it should be O of n square, where n is the size of the array, and since n is less than equal to 100, so this approach runs fast enough for a given constant. And so we can say we have this, and that's it. We just solved the common array pairing problem using a simple logic. If you like this explanation, hit the subscribe button, and check out more coding problems, interview problems, you can say, on this channel on Expert Panda. Drop a comment if you want me to cover harder optimized version of next, right? Then please ping me in the comment box, or you can DM me. You can get the my mobile number, you can WhatsApp me on my phone. And if you need any help in training and classes, please ping me in the comment box too. And I'm signing off. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.